Hello, it is Wednesday, August 6th, and I just realized I hadn't kicked this week's log off yet. Well, Monday we were traveling home from Baltimore, and I had intended to work, but being with family all weekend, it was wonderful. We had a fantastic weekend. It was so nice to meet all of Sam's cousins' kids and to have all the little ones interacting. Lila and her cousin Blake, her second cousin Blake, just had like the best time. But it took a lot out of me. And then traveling home took more out of me, and so I needed Monday to just rest and recoup. And then yesterday I got to work and I did a lot of things yesterday. A lot of just like regular business stuff. We had our coaching call. I had a very cool call with a company that I'm going to collaborate with for some social media stuff in the fall, just like some cool stuff. And then also getting to work on stuff for the event this weekend. And that is what this week is all going to be about, is the in-person Plan with Laken 5th birthday party. I cannot believe, Charlie girl, that our little baby, that the Goals with Laken membership is 5 years. It was actually a couple of weeks ago. It launched on July 31st. I guess that was a week ago. But kitty tail on my face. We're celebrating this weekend with an in-person event. So that is what a lot of my time has been focused on. I did some shopping yesterday. I went to a couple stores and grabbed some gift cards as a prize for a game that we're going to play. I also finished making all of I think I showed these in a vlog, but now I can't remember. But I made friendship bracelets for everybody with a handful of different phrases. So this one says confidence. There's a bunch of different phrases and then 2 different shades of pink. So these turned out super cute. So I finished these up yesterday. I still need to trim the plastic piece off of it, obviously, but I really like how these turned out. I can link everything I used if you're curious. I definitely talked about this in a vlog, because I mentioned my super crafty friend who told me which string to buy and which glue to buy and all the things to buy. So super cute. And then I'm making cookies. Are you surprised? I baked the cookies yesterday. Today, I did a little bit of work and then I went and got my nails done and Plan with Laken Pink, of course. I just wanted to have it done with gel so I wouldn't have to worry about it. And then the next time I'll go get it taken off and then get gel for our trip to Florida. And then my mom and I swung by my sister-in-law's to grab a balloon pump. I love decorating with balloons. I think I've either mentioned these or shown these in a vlog, and obviously I'm going to show the setup on Saturday. But I have these balloon stands that hold, I think it's 6 or 7 balloons, and they just look so pretty on tables and decorating a room. And in the past, when I did Lila's birthday party with them, I don't mind blowing up balloons. It doesn't, I don't get lightheaded. It's not an issue. I figured I probably shouldn't be blowing up 50 balloons while pregnant. So my sister-in-law has a balloon pump, an electric balloon pump. So we grabbed that from her house and then went to Costco and got a bunch of stuff, some family personal stuff too, and some new treats. I got some new things that I wanted to try that sounded good to my pregnant brain. I'll show you when we go downstairs. And then some stuff for the party. I'm so excited. And then we were going to leave Costco and my mom's car died. Was dead, it wouldn't turn on. So luckily the guy at the Costco gas station had a portable jumper. I have only ever seen a car get jumped from another car, a car to car jump. And during this whole process while we were waiting there, the people across the parking spot from us never showed up. I thought we were gonna have to wait for them and have them jump our car. But the guy at the Costco gas station, it's a battery attached to cables, and then you just jump it from that. So it took a little bit of time for it to charge up the battery enough for the car to actually start. So we finally got the car started, came home, dropped everything off, and my mom was gonna dye my hair, but now first off, we're already delayed for the day. So everything I plan to do today, I don't know that I'm gonna get to. And then B, my mom was I'm nervous to turn the car off. So she headed straight to a car place with the car. So that's okay. We can do my hair on Friday if we have to. We have a plan B for the hair. The other thing I wanted to get done today was the cookies. I wanted to make the frosting and get the cookies decorated. So that's where I'm headed, downstairs to work on that. I need a snack first. I was just in the car talking to my mom. If you've been pregnant, and I think I talked about this in the baby vlog, one of the best ways to fend off pregnancy nausea is continuing to eat. Every couple of hours, making sure that you eat something. you're not hungry. Like I'm not even close to hungry right now. And nothing sounds good. But I know that if I eat something, that will be better. And I think I've been doing a bad job of that the second half of the day. Like I start off strong, I have like a snack, and then I have a breakfast, and I have a second breakfast, and I have lunch. And then after lunch, I don't want a snack. I'm tired. I just don't think about it. And then I end up getting sick in the evening. So we're gonna avoid that problem today. So first up, I'm gonna have a snack. Maybe I'll try one of these new Costco snackies that I bought. And then we're gonna get to making the frosting. And then we'll see what time it is. We'll see where my mom is at. She said she would check in a little bit. So that's our plan. I just wanted to get this kicked off, and here we are. 5 minutes of rambling. Hi. Okay, set you up in the cabinet. I was gonna show you the 2 new things that I got. I got these actually both for me and for Lila. They're just like little cereal, pouches of cereal. It looks like they've got like a Cheerio type one that's honey something or other, and then a chocolate one. But they have protein, added protein in them, like added plant protein, which is always good for both of us. And then they come in little individual packs, so that's good for like on the go. So I got these both for myself and for Lila to try. I guess both of these. Lila could try this one too. And then I grabbed these, which is what I'm gonna try right now. They're little PB&Js, but they're not refrigerated. It says soft bake peanut butter oat crust. Oh, the peanut butter is in the actual crust. Okay, with fruit filling. Actually, this might be really good. I've been eating a lot of like Nutri-Grain bars. That's been a go-to one for me. Cereal is a big one for me while pregnant, but Nutri-Grain bars has been a big one for me. I get the Trader Joe's brand, the like a blueberry walks into a bar, those. And Costco doesn't have any of that kind of thing in bulk. They have a lot of granola bars, and a lot of protein bars, but no like Nutri-Grain bars. But I'm interested to try these. This is a little bit more hearty. This is like the size than a Nutri-Grain bar. It's got 17 grams of whole grain, it said. 4 grams of protein. Okay, so not that much more. But it's definitely, it's 230 calories total, which I think all my Nutri-Grain bars are upstairs. One of the things I do when I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, which happens literally every night. That was like one of my first pregnancy symptoms, truthfully, before I even had a positive test. I eat a Nutri-Grain bar in the middle of the night because I think that helps ward off morning nausea. I think this is like way too much. I don't think I will eat. It's basically the size of like my palm. It's like the size of a large cookie. Okay, let's try it. It's very chewy. Which I feel like the Nutri-Grain bars are not, and that's one of the things I like about them, is it feels like I'm getting calories into my body without a lot of chewing and eating. You know what I mean? If you've been pregnant, you probably know what I mean. Like, it's not bad, it's just chewy. And I took a big bite, but I barely hit the jelly part. I'm gonna try like a middle bite and a smaller bite. That's much better. When you get to the middle with the jelly, much better. I don't love the outside. That's good though, the inside part. These might be good for me and Lila to like split on the go. You know what I mean? Like we could have one in the bag and then like each have half of it. Might be good. I think a whole one for either of us right now is a little bit too much, but they're not bad. I kind of like them. The other thing I'm going to open up right now, which I'm so glad to get, because our Walgreens hasn't had the chocolate brand. I've mentioned this brand before. Years and years and years ago, I used to use Premier Protein as my like coffee creamer. And I think most of the flavors besides the chocolate are super, super, super sweet. I don't dislike the way that they taste. They're just way too sweet. And our Walgreens, which is where you can, I mean, it's a lot more expensive than Costco, but it's like a 4-pack, hasn't had the chocolate. And so Sam was getting me the salted caramel, which again is good, but it's just so sweet. And so what I've been doing is cutting it with milk to make it tolerable, but I'm very excited to have the chocolate in my possession. So that's what I am going to have. I may finish half of this peanut butter and jelly thing and then this chocolate. The other thing I always buy at Costco, powdered sugar to make frosting, because the powdered sugar recipe I use is 2 pounds for the recipe, and this is a 7-pound bag. So I go through it like with 3.5 batches of cookies. So I didn't close the cabinet behind me over there. Okay. Anyway, always a go-to at Costco. All right, icing is done. I am keeping the cookies simple. I am making cookies, but I'm keeping them simple. So I just did a 5 cookie cutter, and frankly, this is 1 batch of dough. The cookie cutter is small, which I think is good. Then people can have, you know, as many as they want, small cookies. There's a ton of them. And then I just made one batch of frosting. I meant to make these even, like a third, a third, a third. I have way less light pink than the other two, but that's all right. It is what it is. I'll see if I can get to a third of the cookies with the light pink, and if I can't, then I'll just do my best. These colors will also darken overnight. That's one thing about frosting I always forget, is that the colors will darken, but these are different enough now at this stage that they'll still be different enough. Even if this gets a little bit darker, this will get darker too. And I'm not gonna put any fancy designs on them. I'm just literally, partially because they're small, like they're really small cookies. Like here's my hand for scale. And then partially just, again, I wanna make cookies for the event, but I'm trying to keep things simple to not overdo it while also being 10 and a half weeks pregnant. All right, it is later. Lila is in bed. My hair's looking a little all over the place, but my mom did make it back from, where did she go? I don't know the name of the car place she ended up at. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I just did a bunch of nighttime things, fed Charlie, etc. And got in bed. Anyway, so she made it back in time to dye my hair before I needed to go get Lila from daycare. And then we did all the family hanging out stuff. And now Lila is down and I am gonna get a little bit of work done in bed. Not my normal MO. Usually as soon as Lila goes down, I get ready for bed and lay in bed and go to sleep pretty early. Pregnancy exhaustion is no joke. I literally never felt that with Lila. It was shocking. I had not imagined how freaking exhausted I was gonna be. The other pregnancy symptom that has hit this week is heartburn. And I don't remember it happening this early with Lila. I know I got heartburn with Lila. In fact, I don't ever really get heartburn. I never had it before I was pregnant, and I didn't even know what people were talking about when they said it. I was like, I don't know what that is. And then I got it with Lila. And there's this old wives' tale that the more heartburn you have, the more hair that your kid is going to have. Well, that was not true for us. Lila had very little hair for a long time, but heartburn kicked in this week, so that's fun. On top of, the exhaustion, the nausea, and the getting sick, and all the other things. So, but again, very thankful. Also, I know I didn't update you. I'm hoping it comes in this vlog. My results still haven't come. And, they said 1 to 2 weeks, right? And Monday made 2 weeks. I reached out on Friday to a bunch of places, and they were like, sorry, we're still working on it, whatever. I reached out again Monday and was like, I found there's a couple places. I reached out to my doctor. I reached out to, there was a chat bot, not a bot, actually. You end up talking to a real person on the lab's website, neither of which unfortunately were helpful. Even my doctor, the nurse was like, well, it's still processing. And that's what she said on Monday too. So I went on the hunt and I found another help contact form on the lab's website. I'm glad I did that because they were actually helpful, but their response was 4 to 5 days from Monday. And I was just so frustrated because I was like, at this point, it's taken forever. And I just want to know, I had all these plans of us actually making a cute video with this one. With Lila, we just looked at the results ourselves. We did make a cute video of all of our parents and siblings guessing whether Lila was a boy or girl. And with this one, we were going to make a cute video of us with flowers, and Sam was going to hand me the flowers. It would turn around. At this point, when they come in, I'm just going to click them. I'm just going to open them. So hopefully in this vlog, because I'm going to vlog through the weekend. So hopefully in this vlog, we will have some results. But anyway, I am going to do a couple of things. The 2 big things I need to check off tonight are sending the name tags to get printed. I was waiting for a couple. I was confirming names that people wanted on their name tags via email, and I was waiting for a couple more to come in. I'm going to send the name tags to get printed, as well as a game that we're going to play. And then my sister made a cute little sign for the drink options for the podcast recording. So I'm going to get that printed too. But I want to get those sent today so Lila and I can go pick them up tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of a wash. The only thing I'm aiming to do is decorate cookies during her nap. Otherwise, I'm just on mom duty all day. And there's just nothing I can really double team. So with the exception, we're going to walk to FedEx after ballet and go pick up the printing, the stuff that got printed. And then I also have to send a list of names to the front desk at my mom's building. I think I mentioned this in a couple places. The event is actually at my mom's building in their party room. I know I gave a tour during Vlogmas when I picked it. And we have to give the front desk a list of names of who's coming. So I need to finish that list for both my event and the podcast and send that to my mom's building, and then send the stuff to FedEx. Hopefully stuff won't take me too long, and then I can go to bed. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
You got your stickers?
Yeah.
We love Trader Joe's because they always give us stickers, huh? So it is Thursday, in the middle of the day. We went and did a couple morning adventures. Where did we go this morning, Peanut? Where did we go? Where did we go this morning? Did we go to ballet?
Baby.
Kitty, yeah, Charlie is trying to sniff you. We went to ballet this morning. Oh yeah? Oh, we took the train. Is that how we got to ballet? We took the train? Yep. And then we went and got a bagel. And then we went and swung by the FedEx store. I'll show you in a second to pick up the stuff I submitted to print last night. Allie was at ballet too. That's right. Our ballet place is not that far from our Auntie Allie's apartment, so sometimes she swings by and comes to ballet. Today she surprised us. We were just crossing the street and there was Auntie Allie. And then, what was I saying? Oh, we stopped at Trader Joe's because we needed milk. We have been in the habit of getting just a half gallon because really Lila is the only one who was drinking milk in our house. And so that was a perfect amount before we like ended up at the grocery store again. And then now that I have been having cereal, a lot of cereal, we've been going through milk a little bit faster than normal. So we swung by Trader Joe's to grab another thing of milk. Hi, you're so cute. And now we have a little bit of time. I think we will go downstairs and PLAY, and I'll see if I can get these things cut. I thought spelling it was gonna be helpful, but no, she heard it. Yeah, you wanna go play? Okay. I need to, I'm gonna try to cut the name tags while we are down there. I cannot find my paper cutter. Anyways, I haven't really unpacked the scrapbooking supplies in our new house, so I don't know where the paper cutter is. So I may be cutting all these by hand. Yeah, that's Charlie. Yeah. All right. I got all the things done, kind of intermittence. We would read a book and then she would go off and play with something and I would work on this. So I got all the name tags done. I have them all packed away in here. These are just the ones I made for my family. Although I don't think Sam's gonna make it over because he's gonna stay here with Lila. And then I have some extra blank ones just in case. The actual lanyards themselves are left over from Lila's first birthday party, which was, the theme was Lila Palooza. And everybody had like a name badge like this. They're pink and we had them extra. And then here's cocktail menu for the podcast recording. We got Cosmos, rosé, and then for those of us who cannot drink, strawberry lemonade. And then these are the little bingo cards. So we're doing Find a Friend Who, and I came up with 25 different things. And the one on here, if they come talk to me, is this one. So that will be fun to share with people. And then I have 3 prizes. I have a Barnes & Noble, a Starbucks, and a Target gift card. So the first 3 who win, whoever wins first can pick between the 3 and then so on and so forth. So I'm gonna get all this stuff packed up. These are all the boxes that need to get to my mom's. These are leftover actually from Lila's baby shower, these cups, because we did a brunch themed baby shower. And so we had a mimosa bar. And so we have I've had extras of these for over 2 years now. So this box is the balloon stick things. I'll show you those when they're set up. This box we're also doing a raffle, not like paid. Like you just get raffle tickets. You're going to get 5 because it's the 5th birthday. You get 5 raffle tickets when you show up. And then there's 3 baskets in here of swag, like Plan with Laken swag. And then these 2 boxes are the chasing Charlie around. Charlie's interested in the unpacked boxes. Lila's interested in Charlie. These 2 boxes are the gift bags inside. So I packed them all up last week, except for the bracelets. I hadn't finished those. So I haven't put the tissue paper in them yet. I don't know that I would have put the tissue paper in them anyway to put them in the box. So I have all the bags in these. And then when they get to my mom's, I'll put all the bracelets in there and then put tissue paper in there. That hopefully will happen tomorrow. My mom, the plan is tomorrow after swim, Lila has swim on Friday mornings. We're going to go to my mom's. And then while Lila naps at my mom's house, we're going to do some stuff and like prep some stuff there. So we're going to blow up balloons. We're going to finish the gift bags, all that kind of stuff, like while we're at my mom's house so that it's all ready to go for Saturday. Lila Bug, what are you doing over there? Charlie. All right, making progress. All right. I started the cookies the second Lila went down for her nap. and I just finished with a little bit of time to spare before she's likely to wake up. The lighting in here is throwing these off. Those are the light pink ones. These are the dark pink. This is another thing I've been loving, these gummies from Trader Joe's. And then the white ones are over here. I, as always, still have way more than enough frosting left over. And I used pretty much all of the dough. I had like a little bit left. I don't know. I need to go back and watch the class. I did a vlog a couple of months ago on like all of the different classes that I've taken, the supplies that I've bought, etc. And in the class, she says that the icing recipe is supposed to coordinate with the cookie recipe. But I find that I always have a ton of icing left over, always. And like when I did the cookies for the rehearsal dinner, I did 3 batches of cookies to 2 batches of icing and was totally fine. So I think going forward, I need to make at least, if I don't 2/3 the recipe, well, one of the things, like if I think about the measurements, at least like 3/4 the recipe. Either 3/4 or 2/3, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't know. I just feel like, I know I'd rather have more than like run out of it, but it just feels so wasteful when I always have extra. Now, one of the classes, the in-person class I took, did say that you could like freeze this and then like unfreeze it and reuse it again. And maybe I try that with the white, because then I could always dye it whatever color I'm doing on the next set, or I always pretty much have white in a set. But then I also need to write down what the thickness of this is, because there's a lot of different thicknesses. And I'm feeling good about my skills on making the icing and getting it to the right thickness and all that jazz. So, I don't know. Anyway, but they're all done. I'm gonna go take the last bit of her nap to just like rest for a little bit. I think that's it in terms of party prep today. Lila and I will just hang out this afternoon. It got super warm here again today, so we probably won't go anywhere. We'll just play at home, and then when Sam gets off of work, we will play and have dinner and hang out as a family. All right, hello, it is Friday. I have all of these beautiful balloons behind me. Also, the lighting at my mom's is just always the best. What did we do today? We got up, we ran one more errand. I needed to hit like the actual grocery store. I got pretty much everything I needed for the party at Costco except iced tea jugs. Those are mostly for me. I did want one more option for like non-alcoholic people who don't want to have wine, but I also really wanted iced tea. It's like all I drink right now. And then I also got Garrett's popcorn, which is a local Chicago thing. If you know, you've probably heard of it before. You've probably seen it or smelled it in the airport. I originally was gonna put Garrett's, little mini Garrett's, in the gift bags. But then I was like, not everybody likes popcorn. I was also gonna put these, I got like a pack of just pink and red Starburst, like a giant pack. I was gonna put those in the gift bags. And then I was like, again, people like what they like. Let's just make it all part of the like dessert bar, like dessert section. My mom's ice machine and her little bar over there. So I have the cookies that I made. I'm getting cupcakes from a local Chicago, mini cupcakes from a local Chicago place, and then Garrett's, and then the Starburst. It's all gonna be in the dessert section. So we hit up the grocery store for those couple things, went to swim class, and now we're at my mom's. Lila has been down for a nap, and I've been doing this, putting together these balloons. I think I've shown these balloon stands before. My mom found them years ago. I don't even remember what a party she initially bought them for, but then I bought more because I really liked them. And so now we have like 6, I think. We've like lost some pieces over the years, but I really love them because we just keep the little stands, right? And you just buy balloons, whatever color scheme you're doing. I use them at Halloween with little like ghost balloons. I use them for Lila's birthday party. Like I literally use them for everything. I think they add so much like brightness and color and like festivity to a room. So I've got these multicolor pink balloon stands all ready to go. And I got a message last night that the test results should be done by the end of day today. I don't know what end of day means, but of course my family is like so like antsy, and I am too. At this point, I just like want the other, like, I honestly don't care what the sex of the baby is. I will be happy either way. I'm just nervous about the other like piece of the test results. I had a like not great dream the other day about it. So I'm just ready for those to come in and feel good. But obviously my family is very excited. So my mom and sister, my mom just left to go pick up my sister. She worked a half day, like early. She works in weddings. I think you know that. And when she opens for weddings, she has to be there at like 6 o'clock, the venue, 6 a.m. And then she's done it too. So my mom just left to go pick her up. They're gonna go by and get flowers, pink and blue flowers. And then hopefully the results are gonna come today at some point and we're gonna make a cute video. Originally it was gonna be me and Sam, but I think I'm gonna make it about Lila. I think I'm gonna have her pick up like the blue or pink flowers instead, I think that's the plan. So they are out doing that. I just wanted to get this vlog clip done real quick. I don't know what else if I'm gonna vlog much else today. Like I said earlier, I think I said this in last week's vlog, I am assuming that I will have shared the cute video on social media by the time this vlog goes live. But man, I thought I was gonna have more time to sit with it before that. But anyway, I am gonna go, I think, just sit on my butt and rest a little bit until they get back because I am tired. Good morning, it is Monday. I meant to close out this vlog yesterday. So let's rewind a little bit. Last time we spoke, it was Friday afternoon, and I was wrapping up all of the stuff from setting up during Lila's nap, etc. So let's quickly touch on the baby situation. Again, still by the time this vlog goes live, I don't know what the timing of my announcements are gonna be. I will have announced the pregnancy, but I don't know if I will have announced the sex. The blood test results were inconclusive on the sex component. The other chromosomes turned out totally fine. But my doctor's conclusion is just that it was done too early. So we're gonna do a redraw at my appointment next week. So there's still gonna be a little bit of time before I know for sure. And we've shared with like our parents and siblings, but I don't wanna share with the world until we know for sure, you know? Also, my head got a little sunburnt yesterday at the pool. I don't think you can really tell on camera, but I can feel it. I didn't replenish my face sunscreen and I regret that decision. Anyway, so that was like Friday afternoon, which was kind of like a little bit of a letdown. Obviously, I'm so grateful, so thankful and grateful that everything else about the baby is totally fine and healthy. But we were also expecting to get results of the sex and it was inconclusive. So we are still waiting to share that information. And Saturday was an absolute whirlwind. And I did capture some B-roll that I'll have my editor overlay here to share with you. But I didn't really vlog much of the day because I was just enjoying it. So we spent the morning getting set up. I would not have gotten through the day without the help of my mom and my sister and my sister-in-law. They are saviors. Like, they were so helpful. I'm so thankful for them. Just because I'm not at 100%, like 100% Laken may have been able to just move faster and do more, but I'm not. So I'm very thankful for them. So we had the community lunch that started at first, and which was so fun. It was so nice to just get to chat and hang out with people. And then we moved into the birthday party where we had a couple of games. We did like a get to know you bingo. Did I ever actually show the cards on here? Obviously, every bingo card looked different, but there were like all these different categories. And I debated for a while. I had 3 prizes. And we ultimately ended up doing just regular bingo. And I kind of wish that I had done like a different design or something, because I think it was a little bit too easy. It happened really fast. I wish it had lasted a little bit longer. But it was really fun to see everybody interact and chat, and like, so that was super fun. And then we also did the raffle baskets. And so that was fun. And then it was just kind of like hanging out and chatting. And we did photos. We had like a glitter backdrop wall. So we just had everyone stop and take photos. And so that was so fun. And then for people who I asked, and then I went around to everybody individually and I asked if they were staying for the podcast. And if they weren't, I signed on the bingo card. One of the little boxes was is pregnant. And I signed their little bingo card on the is pregnant to tell them that I was pregnant. But then if they were staying for the pod, I didn't tell them because we were going to announce it during that episode. So I decided to keep that a secret for later. And then at 3, when Lila woke up from her nap, she came down and got to say hi to everybody and mingle. And she is a social butterfly. And so that was super fun for her to get to see and meet everybody. So all in all, it's still so surreal. I feel like as I'm talking about it, I have this big smile on my face, but like some days I still can't believe that like it's been 5 years since I started my community online, and like it absolutely changed my life. Like it just did. I wouldn't get to spend the time I get to spend with my daughter. I wouldn't get to, like, so many things about my life would not exist without this community. And I'm so thankful for every single person who has ever been a member of the community in the last 5 years. And then obviously, especially to those who came in, whether they live in Chicago or they came to town for the weekend to celebrate 5 years on Saturday. It was just so special. And so fun. And then we took a break, which was a much needed break. I originally wasn't sure if a 2-hour break was like a good idea. I was like, it feels a little bit long, but like it was good because then everybody else got to go get dinner and like break, like rest for a bit and chill. And we had enough time to flip the room into the podcast setup, which I don't actually think I took any pictures of. At this point, I was a little bit waning. I was waning a little bit. And then we also had dinner ourselves. And then we got to the podcast recording, which was so fun. We kicked it off by telling everybody that I was pregnant, because otherwise, like, my answers to the podcast questions would have been like useless. And that live podcast episode should be up by the time this vlog goes up. So I'll link that if you're interested in hearing it. It was so fun to be live and like to interact with everybody. So that was a really good time. My sister's so cute. And then we went to karaoke and it was so fun. My sister and I sang Breaking Free from High School Musical, and then we sang What Is This Feeling from Wicked, and then some other friends got up on stage and sang, which was so fun. And we had a good time at Brando's, and it was great. And then yesterday I also don't think I took any pictures of karaoke also. Y'all, I did not do a great job of taking photos and videos. I apologize. I was just like in the moment. Again, I took some B-roll of like the setup of the room, and like that's basically it. And then Sunday we had a picnic in the park. It was a little bit warm, but we powered through. We sat in the shade, and Lila and Sam were able to be there too, so everybody could meet and hang out with them. And we just had some lunch and hung out in the park. And then I literally crashed. I was so exhausted, but it was like in the best way, like exhausted in the best way. So I am so thankful for such a fantastic weekend, and everybody who came out to celebrate, and everybody who just wished me happy 5 years. It was so wonderful. So I am going to end this vlog here with just all the gratitude in my heart. Like I can't believe it's over. I've been planning this event for so long, and now it's over. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, comment below with like just the pink heart emoji for Plan with Laken Pink. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. that's it. I don't have any other words. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week in a